Hi, everybody. 3 News meteorologist Matt Wintz. So we've got severe weather moving through northeast Ohio as we speak. We appreciate you joining us here late this evening on into the overnight here on not just our YouTube channel, but WKYC.com. We've got severe weather rolling through northeast Ohio right now. We've got severe thunderstorm warnings, areas in orange. We have a brand new tornado warning that has just been issued out for Holmes County as now. So we're going to need to switch over and cut in on the TV side of things, if that's okay with everybody. But until then, we're going to enjoy tracking these storms here on our social media channels for sure. So here's what we're dealing with. We've got a line of severe storms that continues to plow south and east through areas like Ashland and Mansfield. Wayne County, you're getting in this as well. There is a little couplet down towards Holmes County where we've got some rotation within this storm as well. And that is the reason for the brand new tornado warning that has been issued for the Holmes County area. Again, that is radar indicated, but they're seeing some extensive wind damage with this storm as well on the leading edge of that. So tornado or not, you need to prepare for some wind damage coming out, especially in the Holmes County area. So let's get down into this now. We're dealing with just a really potent line of storms, especially for this time of night. These storms aren't going anywhere anytime soon, and they are packing a punch with very strong winds on the leading edge of that. There's a ton of lightning with these as well. They're not affecting downtown Cleveland. They're not affecting areas out towards the east. This is south and east of Cleveland. If you've been through this, you know that these are a doozy. They're certainly packing a punch, not just with wind and lightning. We've got hail as well. And they extend the heaviest part of the storm. Medina County, you're missing out on it. But you get down towards the Wayne County. It's now pushing across the Ashland County border into Wayne County right now, including Ashland. You look at how it's lighting up like a Christmas tree in terms of all the lightning there. Just very electric storms. Areas of Richland County near Mansfield, Belleville, seeing some very, very heavy rain right now. You've already seen the strong winds. And then we've got this brand new tornado warning that includes Holmes County. And again, that is for this area of rotation that we've seen develop right near the Loudonville area that continues to head out towards the east. The problem with this is it's going to be either rain wrapped or you're going to have a lot of lightning and a lot of rain and some hail with this as well. So it's not going to be a very picturesque storm as this moves in. But what we're seeing in terms of the couplet now is there's a little wind max just south of the Loudonville area that's going to head east. That would include the Glenmont area and Nashville area in Holmes County, that'll eventually head into Millersburg and the Kilbuck area as well. That whole area is in threat for this perhaps tornado that could be either lofted in the atmosphere right now with a wall cloud, or it could also be, coming down to the ground. But either way, that is a storm that we need to watch as it's a quick spin up part of this storm. Outside of that, there's not a tornado threat right now in Wayne County. It's a strong damaging wind threat as this storm continues to plow off towards the east. Either way, you're going to see strong winds and you're going to see a lot of lightning and a lot of heavy rain from this as this continues into Wayne County here shortly. So Smithville, the Worcester area, eventually getting in to areas along 250 as it goes east and west through Wayne County, heading out of the Mohican area. That's the strongest part of that storm. And again, it is packing a punch as we've seen out towards the west, where we've seen anywhere from 60 to 70 mile per hour winds as the storm continues down to the south and east. But the biggest concern right now is Holmes County, as they have a brand new tornado warning for this storm as it's moving in. The line is moving in. You get a lot of inflow with that. That can help to spin up the storm sometimes, and that's what we're seeing right here. You can almost see the presentation on radar just south of Loudonville, right over 205 right now. That's the area of concern where we've got not just rotation ongoing, but some very strong winds in addition to the rain and the lightning that comes thereafter. So if you're on areas near 514 runs through there, 520, 62 coming through the Kilbuck area, need to be in your safe place. That includes Ripley, the Glenmont area, even Millersburg. We've got a little bit of time in the Millersburg area, probably another 15 minutes or so, but you want to be in your safe place now. You know what that means. I hope you do. It means interior room. If you have a basement, great, go down there, but if you don't, that's okay. Interior room, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. That's what you need to do if you are in Holmes County right now. Areas not included in the tornado warning that are going to still get hit by a pretty decent storm include much of Wayne County, especially the Worcester area down towards the Holmes County line. line. We're seeing very strong winds coming in with that leading edge. And then up towards the north, we lose a severe threat in Medina. And then you get up towards Cuyahoga County, it's just rain. So I want to kind of zoom out and give you the loop so you can see the movement of this. This is really round one this evening. We're talking potential for 2 rounds of severe weather. Normally, severe storms die out by this time. We're normally not dealing with severe weather at this hour as we've lost the daytime heating. That is not the case tonight. Tonight, we're going to be dealing with severe weather, not just with this round, but perhaps with another round as it continues to move on as we go throughout the rest of the evening hours. So, David, we will need to go on with the tornado warning, if possible, out of the Millersburg area in Holmes County, if we can. We will need to go live with that just to kind of jump in. So we're going to switch things over here. David, let me know when we're going to do that. That way we can kind of re-rack and introduce things. But we're going to go live on the TV side of things, at least briefly, to let them know what's going on, all those TV viewers out there right now. So we'll be dealing with that here shortly. But most of us, again, in the Cleveland area, we're dealing with not a whole lot going on in terms of severe weather. That severe threat is further south with this initial line. As we look off towards the north and the west, we're not done yet. We've got this main line that's heading through right now. Wind damage is likely with that. We've got that quick spin up tornado possibility out of Holmes County. And then you see this activity back towards northern Michigan. We're going to need to keep an eye on that for a latter half of the overnight development, maybe 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back live on the TV side of things, and we'll continue streaming here on our digital channels. We'll be back right after this. All right, thanks for joining us here as of this late Monday evening, everybody. It's 3 News meteorologist Matt Wintz breaking in with a new tornado warning that's been issued for Holmes County here this evening. We've been tracking severe weather all evening long across, especially the western half of the viewing area. Damaging winds have been reported, and they've been numerous in terms of the reports coming in. But right now, the big concern is down in Holmes County. Areas in light yellow, that's your severe thunderstorm watch, goes till 3 o'clock in the morning. Areas in orange, that's where you've got a severe thunderstorm warning. So you're probably dealing with the strong storms right now, or you will be shortly. But the reason why we're breaking in right now is for this brand new tornado warning, which includes extreme southern Ashland County. I think the threat is leaving Ashland County. That's the good news. But it's getting into Holmes County right now, the extreme southern half of our viewing area. We've got an area rotation with this line of storms that we were tracking on our digital channels here over the last 5 minutes, which was just south of the Loudonville area. It's heading out towards the east. So if you're along 514, 39 in the Glenmont area, you need to be in your safe place right now as this storm continues out towards the east. So in terms of radar presentation, boy, has it been impressive. This line of storms is packing a wallop. These storms, normally you'd have them dying out at this hour, right? Because we've lost daytime heating. That is not the case. These storms are packing a punch. They're all not rooted to the surface, so they don't care if we have daytime heating. They're all elevated in the atmosphere, going up some 53,000 feet high, and they are just doozies, right? We've had damaging winds. There's lots of lightning. We've had hail as well within these. And the big concern is the damaging wind on the leading edge of this for areas like Wayne County. But the bigger concern, which hopefully is short term, a quick spin up, is that tornado threat that's heading into Holmes County right now. So let's take a look. We'll kind of pause the radar here. We'll zoom on in so you can see what I'm talking about. Look at all this lightning. These storms are just so electric. There's so much energy in the atmosphere right now. So we're seeing just incredible lightning heading into Medina County. Severe threat for you in Medina is 0, though, at least with this first round. Cleveland, it's all rain for you with occasional lightning. The big show is heading into Wayne County right now. Out of Ashland County, you can see the leading edge of this. We've got a kind of a Boeing segment here that's developed over the last 5 or 6 minutes or so that's heading into Wayne County, including Worcester. Likely to get some damaging winds into the Worcester area, heading into Doylestown, Salt Creek, the Ripley area here shortly. And that would be 60 to 70 mile per hour sustained winds when this storm pushes in. The bigger concern, though, is the spin up, which has been detected by radar down towards Loudonville. It's now crossed out of Ashland County. So Ashland County, by the looks of it, let me just confirm on this radar here. I can pretty much give you the all clear in southern Ashland County. It was just a little tip down by Loudonville that we were concerned with as this storm has now crossed over into Holmes County. And the area rotation that we're watching is right approaching, it's right near Glenmont now, which is right in here. This little area had a little couplet where we had just a little area of rotation that was tight enough on radar that it went tornado warned. And I would agree with that warning. Just out of precaution, we probably either have a wall cloud or perhaps a tornado on the ground. I don't see any reports yet. However, Bailey Lakes in the Ashland area with these storms reported a 62-mile-per-hour wind as it went through. And that's not surprising. We've seen numerous 60 to 65-mile-per-hour wind gusts coming out of this storm. And it's in pockets. Not everyone's seeing the strong wind as this moves in. But boy, a lot of places are as these storms are just really hitting hard once they come in. So that's the area we're watching right now. So in the path of this storm, let me time this out here. This is for the tornadic part of the storm. It's moving around 40 to 50 miles per hour. So we'll put 45 on here just for a safe bet. But there's the part of the storm we're concerned of. It's moving kind of in that direction there. So that would be in the Glenmont area here shortly. I mean, we're talking a couple minutes. You should be in your safe place already if you're in Glenmont. But in Welcome at 12:04, Kilbach by 12:08, Millersburg by 12:12, and then in Clark by 12:15 in the morning. So these storms, obviously a lot of people have gone to bed or you're going to bed already. These storms, I hope, don't surprise you. We've been talking about the severe threat really over the last couple of days, but today we've really fine-tuned it. So I hope you've heeded those warnings and you're up and at them. If you have any friends or family down in Holmes County right now, just send them a little text. Make sure they're up for this one because this is a dangerous storm moving in. North of that line, you can see how we've got very heavy rain. Whenever you look at a radar like this and you see the reds on the radar, that indicates where you have very heavy rain. It doesn't tell you if you have a tornado. It doesn't tell you if you have a severe storm. These things are cranking out the rain, some 2 to 3 inches per hour falling within these. So that's going to cause some residual flooding. And the problem is we've got more storms that are developing up in Michigan here tonight that will likely roll through these same areas 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning coming into northern Ohio. And with the just incredible amounts of rain that these storms are putting down, we're likely to have flooding issues tomorrow morning. I know it may not seem like it now, but this is going to stick with us. At least these problems are weather-wise, at least over the next 6 to 8 hours as we continue. Look at this, brand new tornado warning just south of the Holmes County area. That includes Newcastle down towards Coshocton. So these storms are starting to spin. It's not a huge tornado setup, and here's kind of what this looks like. You've got this strong line of storms pushing through the atmosphere, right? Same idea if you were to take your hand in a tub of water and push it, you would see those little spins or the little eddies that spin up on the side of your hands, right? That's the same thing that's going on in our atmosphere up above us. We've got this big push of wind and rain, and you get these small spin-up tornadoes that can pack a punch. They can do some damage in a hurry. They could be EF1, even EF2, or they could be weaker. But bottom line, they are causing some problems across the area, especially down in the areas of Holmes County, as we can see here with this storm. So in terms of where we go from here, just want to kind of give you a 50,000-foot view of this in terms of where we go the rest of the evening. Then we'll get back to that Holmes County storm. And I want to see if they've allowed that to discontinue. They have not yet, so we'll remain on air. I know Jimmy Fallon's on. I get it. It is our service that we do to you. We have to be on air during tornado warnings. I love Jimmy Fallon as much as you do. So trust me, I'd rather be watching that than watching these storms. But we have to keep our friends and family safe down in Holmes County. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So just keep that in mind. All right, so there's our warnings right now. We've got severe thunderstorm warnings, all the areas in orange. If you're in the yellow boxes, which does not include Cuyahoga County, you've got a severe thunderstorm watch, meaning severe thunderstorms are possible in those areas, but we pretty much know where those areas are going to be based on where these storms have gone. So here's our line of storms now. We've got maybe another hour before it's outside of the viewing area. Hopefully we can wrap up this tornado warning shortly and we just deal with the damaging wind threat, which is still a big threat. But the tornado threat for Holmes County continues here, at least over the next 15 minutes or so. But the big picture look, this is what we're watching the rest of the evening. These storms that are rolling through now originated back towards the Schaumburg and Algonquin area, back towards Chicago. We had tornado warnings in Chicago. They had 85-mile-per-hour winds registered at O'Hare Airport. Those storms marched east. It formed a line. This is that cluster we've been waiting on this evening. And that cluster of storms, this is round one, has a lot of wind energy with it, and that's what's passing through the area now. Off towards the north, though, look what's happening in Michigan. Lots of heavy rain developing. We haven't seen much in terms of severe weather there. So I kind of doubt the severe weather potential 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning is going to be quite as high as it is right now. But that's what we're going to watch to see if that further develops and moves into, let's say, Cleveland, out towards the east. Same areas that are getting hit right now. Basically, that's got eyes on northern Ohio, and that would be the 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock hours in the morning. Right now, I have a hunch that that's just going to be a flood threat. I think that's just going to add to the heavy rain that we're already seeing around the area, but we'll see. The severe potential is still there with that one as well. So we still have a tornado warning out for Holmes County now. There are no other tornado warnings across the area. There are lots of severe thunderstorm warnings. Wayne County taking the brunt of this storm right now. Ashland County, this will be exiting your county shortly, but it's packing a punch for you as well. You've gone through it, and that lightning is just prolific with this thunderstorm. Even into the Homer area, central areas of Medina County or south central areas of Medina County still under the threat from this. And you look at the new warnings we have. These are your near severe thunderstorm warnings, which extend into the Canton area, around Massillon, into the Lawrence community, Sugar Creek, and that extends down into Tuscarawas County and eventually getting into Carroll County. So these storms are fast movers out towards the east. What I want to look at now, I'm going to pull up the velocity on here. We'll pause the radar so we can see it, but I want to look at the winds within the storm. There we go, to see if we can see any of where this wind damage is perhaps coming from. And you know what? It's still kind of messy down there. I'm looking at a radar off to the side here, and we still have some rotation at the leading edge of this storm as it's getting into Holmes County. But I'll tell you what, it's weakened a little bit. It's not looking as impressive as it was when they issued this tornado warning. It's really tough to see on this radar. It's really not a good presentation in terms of being able to see that rotating area. But there was a tight couplet just south in southern Ashland County down by Loudonville. That's the cause for the tornado warning. That is now moved east. It's east of Glenmont now. It's now moving into the Kilbuck area. But again, the rotation to me has weakened a little bit. So that's some good news. But we've still got very strong wind on the leading edge of this. So you're still going to get hit pretty hard either way you put it there in areas of Holmes County. The other area, boy, we are seeing just massive amount of wind coming out of this storm. To me, this is the most dangerous part of the storm right now. Is heading into Wayne County with these very strong winds right in this area right here, stretching from the Worcester area down towards Shreve, New Pittsburgh, Jeromesville. I'm seeing winds just above the surface, perhaps pushing 80 miles per hour. It's likely that some of those are coming down to the surface because these cloud tops go way on up. That rain and the hail comes way down, and that certainly can bring some of that wind down. But it is an impressive wind field moving through Wayne County right now. So if you're in Wayne County, I would say the eastern half of the county from Worcester out towards the Orrville area, down towards Mount Eaton, please get in your safe place. This wind damage is not going to be something you're going to want to look at from a window. I would likely be in a safe place and treat that like a tornado warning. You should already be in that safe place, wherever that happens to be. If you're in Holmes County, Millersburg, you're up next with this. As this area rotation continues off towards the east. Tornado or not in Holmes County, we've got wind damage just like Wayne County moving in. So prepare for a real strong thunderstorm that's going to really, it's going to hit you pretty hard in terms of the wind, the heavy rain, and the massive amount of lightning. Out ahead of that, this is going to move into, as I mentioned, the Canton area down towards the south of that. So Sugar Creek, Strasburg, Mineral City, Bethlehem, East Sparta. You're in the line of this storm. This is the other thing I don't like. You see this lightning strike that we had here just way out ahead of the storm. Not the night, if you're in Stark County right now, to be out watching the lightning come in, because some of these lightning strikes have jumped the storm and they've gone way out ahead of it. And I don't want you to be that person that's way out in advance of this watching this storm move in and you have a lightning strike nearby or something like that. Certainly electric storms. This is one of those nights where the skies just lighten up constantly because the atmosphere is just full of so much energy. All right, so reason why we're on right now, we've got a little bit longer here on this tornado warning for Holmes County. It is the rotation has weakened a little bit, but the wind damage threat heading into Holmes County and eventually Wayne County continues as these storms march down to the south. What I'm going to do, David, is let's go back to regular scheduled programming. I know we have the tornado warning for Holmes County. The threat to me is much lower. I'm not seeing the rotation that we saw when we first broke in on this coverage. So we'll get you back to regular scheduled programming. Again, if you're in Wayne County or Holmes County, though, We've got some real powerful winds moving in, so please prepare for that at least. Hail, high winds moving into those counties. Other than that, we're going to just watch a general rainfall off towards the north with nothing big going on outside of that threat that's moving in later on tonight, depending on what happens in the morning. So Wayne County, Holmes County, be on the lookout for that. Be in your safe place. Over towards Stark and Tuscarawas County, we'll cut in if we need to, if that tornado warning continues. But again, that threat for Holmes County to me has faded a little bit. Strong winds, but the rotation looks like it has weakened up a little bit. So we'll break back in if we have to here coming up. But right now, we'll send you back to Jimmy Fallon.